Yes, sir. Khon Kaen knows coffee.
I'm a lover of urban design when it's done well. I've always liked the blending of the cold, hard surfaces of urban materials like stone, concrete, and metals when they're contrasted against nature and natural elements. As I've said before, my dream home would combine nature with modern designs and traditional artwork. Refill Coffee strikes the near perfect balance for me of those elements. As you can see from this spot, the effortless tropical greenery that Southeast Asia can produce is kept confined, and rather than incorporated into the space, it's given its own little area, and it's made to be contrasted against the brutalist, even hostile design elements of Refill Cafe. Sometimes hostile architecture and design looks great and makes sense. Refill Coffee employs this, and their takeaway benches in front of the barista station looks appropriate. The cafe is tasteful. It's modern, it's hip. It is broken into two distinct environments, namely that for seating and green spaces that you can walk into but without seating. The seating spaces are indicated in yellow here, and they're divided into three distinct places. Two of them are indoor locations attached by a walkway seen here in orange, and the outdoor location is surrounded by green space, i.e. manicured gardens and overhanging trees. Just south of central Khon Kaen and the Pillar Shrine, by about 1.6 kilometers or so according to Google Maps, Refill Coffee is in the old town, about a 10-minute walk from Thailand Market if you're willing to cross Mid-to-Pop Road, which I am not. Tucked away in a small, even anonymous feeling soy, it shares its general area with a couple of small hotels and a resort. Refill has plenty of parking and seating though. From the street, you know that you're looking at some type of business that's trying to make a statement. It definitely stands out, but the exterior betrays very little about what's going on inside. You enter on the right-hand side of the building. Sorry, but it doesn't appear to be wheelchair accessible to me. So you walk down on the right-hand side of the building all the way into the very back. Placing the entrance and the barista station in the back allows the owner to kind of curate your experience. And yes, it's an experience. I've said this before, but it's worth repeating. Nobody is paying for Starbucks coffee. You're paying for the Starbucks experience. We don't call the small, medium, and large cups ridiculously tall, grande, and venti for fun. They're selling us an experience. An experience I've been reading that these days is feeling more mundane and overpriced, at least in the States. Fortunately, Refill strikes all the right notes. The Spartan modern entrance, the dark painted walls, the concrete surfaces, they all deliberately are contrasted against the green spaces. The lovely garden that you can see upon entrance, it can actually be seen by a 360-degree wraparound seating area, which makes the actual green space really feel like a room inside a larger space. The other interior seating space is separated by more green space, and the floor-to-ceiling glass walls allows the interior and the exterior to coexist in harmony. Woo! That was a bit of artsy rhetoric right there. The cappuccino I ordered was perfect. Toasty and rich, and the chocolate cake was covered in cream cheese with a sprig of dill, which was surprisingly good as it was a little bit strange. I mean, dill on chocolate and cream cheese? Who'da thunk? Would you look at my jankety fingernails there? My hands are washed, and I thought I had taken care of the under part of my fingers after I'd been in the garden, but man, nasty. I'm so nasty, y'all. But I digress. Refill deserves all the attention and love that it gets on YouTube from the various influencers and travelers and vloggers and whatever who happen to go in there. I've noticed it does appear a lot when people are talking about Khon Kaen and places to go. The atmosphere is trendy, but not exclusionary. The grounds are spacious but not overwhelming, and the design doesn't mimic or copy nature, but instead incorporates these green spaces to serve as a contrast. And this is a quintessentially Thai in my opinion. Don't believe me? Well, the next time you try Thai papaya salad, notice how the salty flavors contrast with the sweet, sour, and fiery ones. Juxtaposition is what Thais excel at, and I mean this in the best of ways. Refill is a great way to get a cup of joe, admire the atmosphere, and soak in the hostile architecture with those welcoming vibes. Now that's a contrast worth checking out. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, everybody, I love you, I appreciate you, and I really mean that. I've noticed that a lot of people have been commenting on my threads. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but those of you who are, I deeply appreciate it. I love the banter, I appreciate the input, and I wish you all the best in life. See you next time.